back. Scotty Bender, you're here with the big guy.
That's right.
And we're talking Trump Inauguration.
Oh, it's a holiday. I'm excited. Off from work. It's just going to be a glorious day.
Wait, you're off from work?
Yeah, it's a holiday.
For the inauguration?
Yeah. I thought that was a holiday.
No.
Oh.
It's Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, yes, that too. Well, maybe that's why I'm up. But anyways, I'm going to be around. Cannot wait. I'm going to have my popcorn. I got a whole day planned of viewing festivities. It's going to be, I've been waiting for 4 years for this. And
now let's talk about the controversy because it's been moved indoors.
Well, it's going to be cold. It was a
not that
vortex.
Cold, though.
No? I thought it was going to be in the teens.
22.
That's a little cold.
Do you realize the last time it was moved indoors, it was Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
And it was 7 degrees.
Oh, big difference.
Yes. And for Obama, it was like 28. JFK, it was 22. It's been in the 20s multiple times. So what is really going on? Because there's a lot of Trump supporters who went to Washington and are now left out in the cold.
Literally. Well, I'll be inside for it in my apartment. But do you think there's safety concerns, security?
I mean, they are kind of hinting at that, but it's just Trump supporters there. What's there to be worried about, Scotty?
Well, we had Trump supporters in Butler, and we saw what happened.
Oh. So
assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Twice. Well, not really, but I mean, the failed attempt assassination when they found the golf course there. But you're right. Would I be disappointed? I was watching the news and I did see some folks that were there and are disappointed. You're right. They came from all over the United States to come to this, and now they're questioning if they're ever going to see the president because they can't get in. It's obviously a limited.
Right. So they've opened up an arena.
Yes, where the Wizards play.
Yeah, 20,000 seats.
Do they still call them the Wizards? I remember they used to call it the Bullets. Remember that, Washington Bullets?
They used to be the Bullets.
Yeah. Think
Wizards.
about that. They had a team that was called the Washington Bullets.
Yeah,
it's interesting. But so it's inside, and they're doing like a closed caption type thing at the arena, right?
Closed caption?
Not closed caption. I meant that's the wrong word.
You meant closed circuit.
Closed circuit. Yes, that's what I meant.
Which also sounds like something from 1978.
Maybe in 85, but yes.
Yeah.
It's old.
It sounds like, yeah.
It's old.
Oh, closed circuit?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's been a long week.
Did you get that from a telegram?
Yeah. Wait a minute, my pager's going off. So, but I'm going to say it surrounds security. We don't know what we don't know. There could be a lot more going on behind the scenes, or there could be threats that they're just not letting us know about. But again, the disappointment over a lot of folks coming, to come see, President Trump. I could see the disappointment and a little, some not happy.
I do see that. Okay, let's say it is security. They probably could have known that earlier in advance and save some people. I mean, I've seen people say they spent $5,000 on this trip.
A lot of money, yeah.
Yeah. And for some of these people, lots of farmers from Oklahoma, it's a big investment for something that they believed in, and now here they are in Washington, D.C., of all places.
And, just to play the other side of the coin here, and you're right. And what would you say the temperature is going to be? I'm sorry.
22, 23.
And folks will stand down 22-degree weather. I mean, we saw, New Year's Eve, New York City, those people were standing out there, and it was, we've seen, standing in freezing cold temperatures for hours on end. So again, these are very staunch supporters of Trump, and they'll go through hell and back for him. But in 22-degree weather is, for most of these folks, and if it's too cold, you don't go.
Yeah, what about Planet Fitness? I mean, what if they had sponsored hats for everyone to wear at the inauguration?
Right.
They're going to miss out on all that.
Of course.
That's a callback to New Year's Eve joke.
But,
Scotty, another issue at the inauguration, actually, it's something that happened right before the inauguration, is Trump released crypto. Did you know about this? Did you hear about this?
I did, but if, again, full transparency to our listeners out there, I'm not the biggest. I'm not up on crypto. I don't understand it. I really don't. I know of it, but I don't know what. So I guess what I'm asking you, big guy, is what is the ramification of him doing this?
Well, let's just think of it in basic terms without getting into
break it down for me.
What crypto is. Let's just call it an investment. Mm-hmm. People bought into this investment, and out of it, Trump raised $25 billion.
Say that one more time.
$25 billion.
Ooh, that is some coin right there.
And with that, you can see on the screen, if you're watching this podcast, what the TrumpMemes.com Bitcoin is. Trump heads to the presidency with this huge income. And, it used to be in the old days, you had to get rid of your investments and your incomes and your monies before becoming president. Famously, Jimmy Carter, recently deceased, had to get rid of his peanut farm. Oh, before becoming president. And yet,
so a little double standard here, kind.
Yeah,
we'll call it as we see it. I'm love Trump, but again, that's a
Wait
little.
a minute. What? You're going to call it as you see it when it comes to Trump?
Well, yeah, that one. This is a little questionable, I guess, right? I mean,
all right, let's dig into it.
Yeah,
tell it like you see it.
Yeah, no, it's a little.
What should he do?
What should he do? Well, he shouldn't have. I don't know. I don't know what he should do. Give me some of it. But I don't know I don't know what the policies are. But you're saying so he should have given that. He should not take that money.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done it right before, 2 days before taking office. But also he shouldn't. He should divest it before taking office. I mean. We talk about this Trump Inauguration Fund. Mm-hmm. You're familiar with it because it's in the news constantly. In the last few weeks, you saw Zuckerberg, Elon, Bezos all give $1 million donations. Apple gave $1 million. Huge corporations gave all these $1 million donations. Mm-hmm. How much of that money is actually going to the inauguration?
So what you're saying is that 250 billion, did you say?
25 billion.
Oh, 25, excuse me. That goes to him. That's his money.
That's his money.
It's not for the working people. It's his money. It goes directly to Donald Trump. Wow.
That is Trump money.
Okay. Well, I can tell you where I could see folks getting a little spicy about that. Getting a little, and I could even see some of the supporters scratching their head. Like, okay, all right.
What are we doing?
Yeah, here? Right. Agreed.
A president doesn't take office to get rich.
No.
He's actually supposed to give up his riches. He's supposed to serve the
man
country.
Of the people.
Right. Commander-in-chief. He's the leader of the country. He's not the... I don't know what's going on with all these billionaires and this connection. What is happening where, I talk about Elon almost every week because Elon has his fingers into every politician around the globe now. There's just, to quote Donald Trump, there's something going on.
Mm-hmm. And we don't know.
Yeah.
But I could, one of the things that a lot of the folks who were, not, voting for President Trump or not supporting him were saying that he's part of the billionaires club. He caters to the rich, and right there is kind of a statement that 225. I keep saying 250, 25 billion just dumped in his pocket. How do you argue that on the right?
Right.
I'm even questioning it now. I'm sitting here going, oh wow, that's. And I'm starting to notice, so what his platform he went on was the man of the people and stuff is all of a sudden now you see all these millionaires stepping up and wanting to get in bed with Donald Trump.
That's right. And what, people don't get in bed with a president just to say, hey, guess who I'm friends with?
Right.
It's a quid pro quo.
Yep. And I know what that is. I just looked that up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. A little bit.
So, Trump's inauguration is going to be interesting.
Oh, that's an understatement.
What are you expecting to hear? Because this, we already know. Like he said, day 2, we're going to do some raids, right?
Yeah,
Chicago.
they're already ready. I saw Holman. The borders are talking. They're ready.
What do you expect to hear when he speaks at his inauguration?
I expect a lot of the same sort of rhetoric that we've heard over the last few months during his campaign. He's going to unite the people. He's going to bring, stability back to the country, protection for the USA. He's going to the borders are going to be secure. He's going to put money back in your pocket. Pricing.
So more lies is what you expect.
I don't know if it's lies. I think it's just going to be a lot of the same rhetoric. Whether you think it's a lie or not, I don't know. I just know that it's going to be a lot of the same stuff that he's been, campaigning on. I don't see him straying from that path.
You don't? Okay.
No.
I mean, I think he did a lot of day 1, day 2 type stuff. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to make some more of those kind of proclamations, don't you?
I do, and I think there's going to be some surprises. I do think there's going to be stuff that he's going to say that we're not. The insiders, I'm not really sure know what he's going to say, and I can't speculate what he's going to say. I don't. I'm just saying there's going to be some stuff that's going to be a little jaw dropping in my opinion.
NHI, UAPs.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop. I'm not trying to segue, but I'm just. a couple of shows ago, I'm still in awe about this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I just, I think there's going to be protesters, obviously outside. There's going to be people that are going to try to disrupt it, and we'll see. I just want it to go smoothly, but I think it will be, smooth. I've read things where. I forgot who I'm going down the rabbit hole, being on social media more now. I'm trying not to fall into more stuff, but someone has stated that they think that he's going to get arrested at the inauguration and thrown in jail. I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff you read.
It's out there.
Yeah.
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 Let's not talk about that. Scotty, good open. This inauguration, obviously, we'll be talking about it on next week's show. Because,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll be
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know exactly what is going to happen. I think we're both expecting some kind of big announcement.
Yes.
You never know with Donald Trump. He likes to entertain.
Yes.
He's kind of a smart guy.
He likes to throw a swerve in there every once in a while. He's just, but yeah, again, it'll definitely be entertaining. A lot of pageantry. It'll be a whole big deal. You know how Donald Trump is. He likes to throw big parties. He likes to do grandeur things, and so I'm expecting that over the top, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So how was your week, Scotty?
Oh, pretty good. I was down in Dallas for work. Never been to AT&T Stadium. Got to see that. I saw Texas ballpark, which was really nice. So I like Texas. Texas is not a bad place.
Yeah. What's your one takeaway
from this week?
From Texas.
Oh, my one takeaway is
food?
Yes, Tex-Mex. Had some really good barbecue. Had some really good Tex-Mex, and also that. It's a place that I would, down the road consider living in, quite honestly. Down the road, if my job took me there, Texas would be a place. I was in Arlington, Dallas, Fort Worth area, obviously from where I went to. But we got to go on the field at AT&T Stadium. They had an event there, and we got to go on the field and enjoy, we went through where the flares come out. They had the smoke. We had up on the Jumbotron. Wow. Yeah. And then we got to that's on the field if you want to throw the football around. People were kicking field goals. We got to go into the locker room and see the guy, the locker rooms, where each player's personal locker is, the press conference area. So it was kind of cool. It was chilly. It was cold. Yeah, I mean, again, when you go for a work thing, big guy, you're there for a certain amount of time. You don't really get to go out and enjoy Texas, like you want to enjoy it. But I did have a good time, and it was enjoyable to be with my colleagues. But just to get a little taste of Texas.
I hope you talked like that.
No, no, I did not. No.
Well, hi, y'all. I'm Scotty Bender.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
But the food was tremendous. I will say that much.
Awesome. Now, it's time for your top trending topic of the week, Scotty. You're going to talk about y'all there, Scott. You're going to talk
Mr.
about
Hesgeth?
Pete Hesgeth in the confirmation hearings.
Yeah, I did happen to catch it. So, didn't catch a lot of news this week, so I'm a little not unprepared, but just was Monday through Thursday. I got home late, so it was a lot of that going on. But I did catch the confirmation hearing for Mr. Hesgeth, and it was quite uncomfortable, to say the least.
Yeah,
it was very uncomfortable. That Mr. Was it Jack Reeves from Rhode Island? He really put him to the fire. He's not a fan. I can tell you that.
Well, okay, so
Jack Reed, excuse me. Did I say Reeves? Jack Reed.
Hesketh, in my opinion, didn't come off too well. He was kind of his attitude was kind of like, well, yeah, that happened, but guess what? This is what I can do. So, just.
Well, you want to know, okay, obviously, this is what I don't understand. This is where I don't know how he gets out of this. He's gone on record to say certain things about women, blacks, and in the military. I mean, it's on record, and he says it multiple times. How, when you're questioned, do you back off from that? Like, the drinking, you know what? I love to question every senator or politician out there. And, we've known the ones that have gotten DWIs and all this. I mean, the drinking stuff, I'm not, that's a whole different thing. But the comments, I don't know. I'm even a little skeptical. Like, how do you get back off that? It wasn't just a comment he made once. It's documented. He's put it in writing. And I don't like when they're questioning him how he feels. I don't think he changed. I don't think he feels any different. And you know, right? He does. Yeah. I don't think he feels any different. I don't believe he thinks women should be in the military. He thinks they're not equal. I do believe that. I'm not going to question his war record and his commitment to the military. And
no, but I think the bigger problem. He can't back down from what he said, like you said, but he also, I don't think he's really qualified for the job. Like, he's got a military background, but that doesn't mean he's qualified for this job.
Well, I think the main thing he's running on, this, if you want to call it his ticket, is cleaning up and bringing the warrior mentality back to the military. I'm just, whether he will or not, I think that's what he's running on, and that's kind of what he's pushing. So
that doesn't make him qualified,
right? No, I agreed. I'm just saying that's where he's trying to throw the distraction. Like, he's trying to get away of the nuts and bolts of the job versus what he's trying to bring in.
To me, what he would be qualified for is, like, he could be a consultant. Like, he could stand behind the guy who's doing the job. Be
involved, yes.
And whisper in his ear, like, hey, why don't you mention warrior mentality? That sounds good.
Right, like, not that he would be in charge of the training program, like, I'm using a company, like, you have a sales trainer. Maybe he comes in as, like you said, a consultant, advises on training programs, gives his input. How do we make it more warrior, I do agree with you on that. There's nothing wrong with that. He could still be an integral part, but to be, the secretary, this is kind of a...
He's a long shot.
Yeah.
Trump went outside the box. And maybe too far outside.
I mean, just when you look down, his comments on women, black Jews, allegations of, excessive drinking, which we, talked about, sexual misconduct. Those are tough things to get around. You can't, they just don't disappear, And again, you said his lack of experience, it's... again, I don't question he's pro-USA, pro-military. That has nothing to do with not being qualified for the job. He's got the will, but he's got the will. I don't know if he has the skill, and
exactly,
and that's kind of what it boils down to. So, if he doesn't get confirmed, I'm hoping they can find something for him to at least help. But it's going to be interesting. When are they doing the voting? Do you know offhand?
I don't.
Okay.
You had some other people being up for the confirmation hearings. You wanted to talk about Miss Bondi?
I like Miss Bondi a lot. She's tough. She doesn't back down. I thought...
Oh, Tom Petty reference?
Indirectly. Well, okay.
Oh, what?
So I didn't like, you know what it was? So let's go back to the Hesgeth. I didn't like Jack Reed. Do you know when someone says something, you're on one side of something, but someone says something against who you like or what you believe in, but they're actually making good points and you get annoyed because they are making good points and you want them to fail in their inquisition of him. But I think Jack Reed did a good job. I hate to say it. Like, he really had good questions and really drilled down on his experience. Like, Jack Reed had examples. Like, he really went where I think Adam Schiff was just a bunch of bull crap about her. That's the difference. Pam Bondi just got thrown a bunch of stupid questions like that really wasn't questioning whether she was qualified, where Jack Reed really was questioning Hesgeth as his experience and his personal opinions,
sure,
or his overall attitude. So where a Schiff was just sitting there, he's a panty waist. He's just I don't know. It wasn't, I don't know.
You're going to have the typical politician type stuff.
Correct.
And in the case of Hesgeth, where you have someone who literally has issues and has qualification question marks, there's going to be legitimate questions.
They were legit, and that's right. And I may not like the guy, but I was mad because he was. I'm for Hesgeth at least was, right. But you know what I mean. And when someone goes there, it's like, oh, he's making great points. I don't want him to do that. I want him to fail.
No, but when you have someone who's more qualified,
yeah.
The questions are going to be more political, and they're going to be more like Schiffy.
Yeah. Well, Jack Reed, he confirmed the last 9, folks under the last 9 presidents. So he has experience. Where Schiffy, again, and I'm glad you admit it. I know we have differing views.
Whoa. What is this whole? I'm glad you admit it.
I tried to sneak that one in, but you caught it.
Yeah.
Tried to hit the inside corner, but you were fine. But no, that was the difference. But yeah, I did catch a little. I didn't watch it like I was watching Hesgeth live, but I happened to catch some of the. What
about little Marco? You happy for him?
Yeah, Marco's a stand-up guy. Just like Stefanik, they're saying she's not going to get much pushback because she's qualified. There are 2 stand-up people. You can't question their character.
I've heard from our viewers in India. They're very happy for Marco Rubio. He has a large supportive base in India.
Okay, well, that's great.
Yeah,
but he did very good. I mean, there's just certain people that are just going to go through this with unscathed, but then there's some that are not.
So my first top trending topic is Joe Biden gave his farewell address. Call him Joe now, or Citizen Joe, or Senior Citizen Joe. Just don't call him late for dinner, which would be around 3:30 in the afternoon. Joe Biden his presidency is over. It was not a memorable presidency. It's going to go down probably controversial, mainly for his own health and the concerns about, like, how much was he involved and, like, I don't even know, like, who was president. What was he doing? I don't know. But what was said during his farewell, I think there were moments in there where he was laying the groundwork for the future of what the Democrats are hoping to achieve. And that future is they need to find a new face of the Democratic Party, and they need to lay the groundwork for what their future attack against the Republicans is. And there was definitely a mention of oligarchy and the billionaires and
yes,
that is what I am focused on as well, because that is so weird. It's so frightening. Like, I mentioned it here. It's weird. Like, what is going on, right? Why are these billionaires just meeting with Trump all the time? And now he's got the TikTok billionaire coming to Mar-a-Lago. Zuckerberg's making constant flights down to Mar-a-Lago.
It seems it's funny about how when the Biden administration, they were afraid of censorship. We talked about this censorship, but now it seems like the right's taking all the social media over. That does throw an alarm bell up. But yeah, Biden's going to go out as probably worst rating as far as approval in history of the presidency. But the health, the big thing that really it resonates with me is the fact that all these things are coming out now. Like, that he didn't know, like you're right, he was signing things he didn't sign. And people were, I guess the problem is that he was our president of the United States, and they were calling this out so long ago that his mental capacity was diminishing. And I'm not making fun. He's really got some health issues, and that's nothing to make fun of or wish on anybody. I don't wish the guy sick. I really don't. But every time I see him, he's doing he's coughing all the time, and I'm just, he just doesn't look healthy.
Yeah, I think that's typical old guy phlegm.
Yeah, my mom coughs a lot too. She gets a tickle in her throat quite often.
I'm not concerned about that, but like Dr. Jill Biden, Biden,
right.
She did an interview where she basically talked about how she's not friends with Nancy Pelosi anymore because of how Pelosi, went behind their backs and got Joe.
Oh, I think it's absolutely disgusting that Pelosi and Schiff and not maybe as much Schiff, but Schumer. They're giving all their fake goodbyes to Joe and like, oh, Joe, you were this and that, and they ran him out of town.
But it was necessary.
Yes,
that's the part that is so. Like,
it should have been, but it should have been necessary months ago.
Right, Dr. Joe Biden is maybe the linchpin behind this whole keep Joe in office.
Oh, she didn't want to give up her first lady status. Oh, she loved it.
She might have been the one that was keeping him there,
propping him up,
and maybe the one who was actually president.
Right.
She might have been making the decisions.
Oh, I don't deny that Pelosi and those guys should have done that, but the way it was handled was a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But he should have been.
Thanks for turning this into the anti-Biden rant when I was trying to talk about the oligarchy. This was supposed to be about the billionaires.
That's right. Here. That's right. No, I see. This is this is free flowing conversation of ideas.
All in one direction.
But so I still hear that he still talks about that he could have beat Trump.
Yeah,
like
he does.
I don't. But if the Democrats know they shot them, they messed up. They let him go out and do that debate. He should have never been up. He should have ended his 4 years.
What's alarming is they don't have
anybody.
They don't have that on deck hitter.
No, they don't.
Their next batter up it's not Kamala. It's not Tim Walz. It's not
Josh Shapiro.
It's not Gavin Newsom.
No, not anymore. Even the Hollywood elites turning on him. And they were his biggest supporters. Now they're actually coming out saying we got to get rid of him. The wildfires, and that's again.
Well, you can't blame him.
No, but I think they're blaming him for the reaction and what could have been prevented. But again, that's hearsay.
I think you watched the wrong news channel. That's what's going on there.
No water.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, I know. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean to sidetrack you, but oligarchy.
Yeah, oligarchy.
I don't even know what that meant. I had to look it up.
It means we're all screwed.
I don't even know if Joe knows what that meant, but
Joe Biden?
Yeah, I think he just went out there and said it.
He was reading a prompter.
He really was. He was just,
Yeah. We saw the last time he spoke without a prompter was the debate.
Yeah.
Where he basically said that he ended Medicare. So, farewell, Joe. It was not quite 4 years of presidency. It was he did a couple months. And then, he sat around. But that is our trending topics. It's time for our commercial break.
Yep. All right. So Service Underground app, is that what we're talking about, big guy?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, talking about tech. It's ironic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it just kind of went together with attack and
we're a streaming site. We're on all the major platforms.
That's right.
So, it's only natural. The techies are coming right to us.
I love it. Okay. All right. So here we go. Okay. So Service Underground app. Okay. Big guy. I know you like to travel. I've actually traveled with you in the past, so I know you like to travel. Travel around the baseball stadiums and.
Not really.
Well, you do travel a lot, at least.
Not that much anymore.
Okay, fine. But when you did travel a lot,
never did a lot.
Okay, all right. Let's say you did travel a lot. Okay, what was the most important thing you paid attention to when traveling?
Well, gas prices are none.
Right. Okay, but Trump is back, so you don't have to worry about that ever again. What else? Think of accommodations.
Well, I guess hotel prices.
Be sure, but beyond prices of hotels, what do you look at?
Well, I look at apps and I look at star ratings, I guess.
Okay, you might want to think about the maid service.
Maid service?
Yeah, aren't you concerned what kind of maid service to expect?
Not really.
Well, come on. Let's be real. You have the fanciest hotel in the middle of a swanky Boston town, and if the maids pick your pocket and steal your laptop, what good is that?
Do you really think about
No, that's right. With the new Service Underground app, thousands of users like you and me leave honest opinions about the maid services at hotels across the continental United States, with services coming for Hawaii and Guam in 2026.
So it's an app that rates maid service? How is that different from Yelp or Google?
Big guy, big difference, huge difference. Yelp and Google won't tell you which hotels run crab canes in the kitchen or sell human body parts out of the closed indoor pool.
Does that stuff really happen?
Well, probably, but you would know for sure on Service Underground. And everything on it is totally true because it's 100% anonymous and built by the same guys that made 4chan.
Well, Scotty, that sounds like a load of horse.
Well, that's right. You can get the app exclusively on the website or by searching for Service Underground on the dark web. If you're tired of putting your faith in nameless maids, put your faith in fellow anonymous American patriots with Service Underground.
I gotta say, Scotty, this actually sounds slightly sketchy.
It really isn't. I really believe in this product. I think it's going to be. I mean, they're even doing coming soon. You can even look by folks' arrest records. I mean, that's how detailed you can get. When I go to a hotel, I'm looking for the stuff that they're not talking about. They don't put in the flyer. They don't put in the guidebook in your room. These are the things that people like to know about. I mean, I've never been involved in a crap game in the kitchen, but I'd love to know if there's one.
Okay, I could see that angle. I just did a brief Google search while you were talking.
Sure.
This might be secretly funded by the Border Patrol. Is
it's
ICE
an ICE product?
Is ICE behind this?
So this really isn't. This is more of a way to find people they're looking for. Tom Holman's group. This isn't really an app then. This is more of a way to track illegals. So are they saying that illegals are mostly involved in maid service? Is that what we're saying here?
Did you find this sponsor? Did they come to you?
They might have.
Is it because of those websites you go to?
Maybe.
Okay. After the whole bread incident, I'm a little leery of the sponsors that find us. Maybe we should only go after sponsors ourselves now.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a free year subscription out of it. I mean, I can share that with you. I mean, I didn't have it. You know what? I didn't have it when I went to Dallas recently. I wish I would have, because we were in a swanky hotel, and I would love to have known the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. To get a peek behind the curtain, as they say.
I'd like to know what's going on at that La Quinta down in Nashville.
Oh,
you know the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Our friend works there. Here you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You look that up.
I'm going to. Service Underground app.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, fans. And we'll be back after this from our sponsor.
It's time for pancakes and real maple syrup. Hello again, Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy, with 3 of my all-time favorites. Just check out The Getaway Guy right now on Facebook or YouTube. Hope you're hungry.
on the waves of the ocean.
And we're back. Scotty Bender. Time
Big guy.
to visit our hotline.
Okay, we got another voicemail?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, good.
You know, our fans love to contact us.
They do.
And you too can contact us. DIScontent is our content, 585-431-6739. Text us, voicemail, let us know, questions, comments, angry voicemails sometimes do come in.
Yeah. People don't always agree with what we have to say.
And here's one.
Oh.
Good day. Dare I even call you gentleman? My question is for Scott. Since you are such a fan of convicted felon Donald Trump, perhaps you can explain how he deserves to be treated as anything other than a criminal by the other world leaders. Also, I enjoy the show and would love to see you do a show in front of a live audience.
Oh.
Did you catch all that?
Most of it. I would love to do a live audience show.
Okay.
Just want to put that on record.
The first part of the question, though, was Trump is a convicted felon. How do you expect other world leaders to treat him?
Well, he's a felon, but I got to look at the crime that he's committed, because there's a lot of folks in jail right now because that are convicted felons because of marijuana selling, or selling marijuana and stuff, and they shouldn't be there. I just looked at what he was charged with, and it was lawfare. I don't consider him a felon. I know he is convicted of one, but I don't look at it that way. I look at what he was charged with, which is an absolute farce, and that's how I feel. I think you can get anyone convicted these days. That's my opinion, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I don't think the world leaders, though, I mean, regardless of felony or not, they're still bowing down to him. They want to all be his friend, and they want to, they know that he's coming back in power. So I don't see that affecting much.
Well, the right-wing leaders are doing that, but not Canada's leaders.
Okay.
Greenland, Denmark, they're all... Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
Are you fired up?
No.
You got an answer?
No, I don't look. I know he's convicted.
You don't think his conviction is a conviction?
Correct.
Even though it is.
It is. But
first time ever president who is a felon.
Okay. But I also think that there's a lot of other folks on the left that should have been tried as felons and put in jail or had convictions against them, but they were protected.
Okay. So this is not the question. That's that's classic whataboutism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I'm going there.
Yeah.
So do I think world leaders are going to look at him any differently? No. Or they shouldn't. Is that the question? That girl sounded like she was from Britain. She had like a British accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Oh, we have fans all over.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got no disrespect to our, but she should talk about leadership, and their own country's a mess. So.
Okay. So what
and there's a lot of leaders that probably should be convicted of felonies, but they weren't,
Okay. So your basic response is, Trump might be a felon, but guess what? We should arrest a bunch of other people.
Right.
Okay. There you go.
There's my answer.
Hey, we got it. And if you love that, you're really going to love Scotty's trending topic on MAGA celebrities.
Oh, I like that. I like the way.
Yeah, that's a little play on words.
Yeah, I like that. Well, going to go back to our old friends at The View. I'm going to start with those folks, those rebel rousers, those people that I detest. So Carrie Underwood's going to be singing America the Beautiful at the inauguration. And I'm very excited to see Carrie and do this. But getting a lot of pushback saying she's un-American. How could she do this? She's against democracy. And especially from our friends at The View, specifically Joy Behar. Okay.
Behar.
Okay. And she just thinks it's un-American. She's disgusted. It's selfish. She thinks that she's trying to get her publicity. I think her comments are disgusting. I don't see why that would be her trying to get back in the public eye. We saw what happened during the Harris campaign, and all the singers came out, and so they weren't trying to do the same thing. They got paid. That's right. But they were trying to get in the spotlight and try to, bring back, Rick Springsteen and, Eminem and all these people.
Rick Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen.
I was going to say.
Rick Springfield. I'm sorry. No, okay. I just think, you know me,
Scotty, do you know how much Carrie Underwood is getting paid?
No.
$500,000.
Okay.
$500,000.
All right, well, but it's no different than what the Democrats did. So I don't understand what Joey Behar is so upset about. It's no different than anybody who, like, I guess my thing is, because I know she did a lot of stuff for the USO. She's pro-American, so I don't understand why what she's doing is so bad when, all these, during the campaign, all these people were singing and doing entertainment. I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, why her?
Do you really not understand, though?
I don't.
Okay. You understand how people view Donald Trump.
Yep.
If you don't agree with him, right?
Did she not agree with him?
Joy Behar?
No, Carrie Underwood.
What's the public perception of how people think Carrie Underwood thinks? They think she doesn't agree with him. Does she? I don't know. Up until this moment, they all thought she wasn't a Trump fan.
Right, but where's it coming from, though? Where are they getting this from? Did she come out and make a comment about it? I mean, like I said, she does stuff for the USO. She definitely is for military. She does do concerts and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm not following.
Doing that is non-political, right? That doesn't mean, being a proud American doesn't make you Republican.
Mm-hmm.
That's been co-opted. Doing something specifically for Donald Trump makes you Republican. That is something that is definitely drawing a line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for some people, like a Joy Behar, this would be finding out for the first time that, is she a Trump person?
Mm-hmm.
And then that is, in their minds, a betrayal. Just like, and don't act like this isn't a surprise, because it happens the other way as well. Like, when's the last time you supported, George Clooney or any of these famous leftist?
I love George Clooney.
Okay.
But no, my point is, you're right, though. And then I found out that he was on the left, and I was like, oh, darn it.
Right.
I'm a big fan of George Clooney, his work. I think he's a good actor. Ben Affleck, same thing. I like Ben Affleck, and even Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm a big fan of his work.
The people who are showing up at the inauguration, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Carrie Underwood, they're all being...
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. Snoop Dogg is going to be at the inauguration.
I thought he was definitely against Trump.
No.
Oh, I thought for sure. I don't know why I thought that. I thought he was a Kamala Harris supporter. I'm seriously.
No. So they are getting lambasted in the left because it feels like a betrayal. But, hey, Hulk Hogan, Kid Rock, they've all been also lambasted and booed by the left. But we've also seen it happen where the right, destroys people they think are on the left. It's, it's nothing new.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more just The View, because my opinions of The View.
Right, you hate The View.
If I was president, I would shut it down. I would shut them down. I would do everything in my power to shut that show off. And then you got Sonny Houston or Huston or whatever her name is.
Someone would say the same thing about Fox and Friends,
Right.
I saw on Blue Sky that Fox and Friends the other day declared with Trump president that the Me Too movement was now officially dead.
Well,
that makes no sense.
No, and I hope that's not true because it's really what's happening. People are, these women and stuff. I mean, got to be protected from these predators.
Right.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
But I guess it's just a view of these people that are on there, like Sunny, what's her name, Huston or whatever.
Oh, I don't watch. I have no idea.
Oh, she's on there, and she's a big mouth too, and she was putting it down. But her husband, who is an orthopedic surgeon, is been arrested and has been named in a fraudulent suit of insurance fraud. So she should shut her mouth.
I love when you always go to. You don't do a lot of research, but when it comes time to stick it to someone, you've got their police record readily available.
Good site.
Something happened in New Orleans? Well, let me tell you about the sheriff down there. She once hit 2 people, damn it.
See, we have nephews, we get along, we laugh, so it's all good. But, no, I don't know. It's always something. I'm just tired. You know what it is? You want to know what it is? I'm just tired of all the negativity all the time. It's always bashing, and it's on the right too. I wish everyone would just stop with the crap. Like Joy, let her go do it. Who cares? I don't know. I think it just comes down to the negativity. Everything's always so negative all the time, and on both sides, Joe.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Everyone does it, right?
I know.
You
know.
become disappointed when you find out someone's political leanings.
But I call her un-American. That's not proven that she's un-American. She called her un-American. Like that was the thing.
Well, I mean, that's just rhetoric.
Right? I know.
It's nonsense.
You know what? Let me ask you something so quick. Joey Behar, what is her background? Real quick. Where'd she make her bones?
She's a stand-up comedian.
Okay. Got it.
Long time ago.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. My top trending topic is the passing of David Lynch. David Lynch, avant-garde filmmaker. Famous for the movies Elephant Man, Eraserhead.
Yes. That's something.
Blue Velvet. Created the TV series Twin Peaks and the movie Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Did the movies Mulholland Drive,
another
Lost
good one. Highway. Did he do Blood Simple?
No, that was the Coen brothers.
Oh, the Coen brothers. Okay, so all right. Oh, that's up with the Fargo and that stuff.
Yes,
those movies. Okay.
Coen brothers. Yeah. David Lynch was very unique. His movies often had unusual visuals, unique sound, and sometimes left you wondering what you had just watched.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of times you would finish watching them and you would still be thinking about them. Not just like hours afterwards, but like I'm still thinking about them years afterwards.
And I just want to jump in on something that really goes to say about that's a really good movie. That's really good writing. How many times have you watched a movie? I've watched movies when and the next day I don't remember, and I hadn't been drinking or doing anything else illicit, and I don't remember them. I forget. Oh my God, we watched that movie. I'll say to my wife, "Oh, we watched it last night." That's right. I forgot. Because it wasn't that good. But the ones that make you think twice and you wake up the next day and you're like, wow, that was... So that's just to his credit that, his writing was good. It made you think,
And unique vision, right? Because it was everything all together.
Right. He had the total package. It wasn't one thing.
The way he made his actors perform. He had, like you said, the total package.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the entire presentation. Twin Peaks in particular just was groundbreaking television. There wasn't anything like it at the time. And then it went away for like 18 years, maybe longer. I don't know the exact time frame, but it returned and Showtime in 2018. And if you haven't seen The Return on Showtime, it needs to be seen.
Now, can you watch that without watching? So, again, I always say this, transparent. I've never seen an episode of Twin Peaks.
Correct.
I've not ever seen it.
Yeah.
I know who the main actor is. I have an idea of a premise of what it's about, but I've never watched it. But if I wanted to watch The Return, do I have to watch all the other episodes ahead of time to understand what's going on?
I'm going to say you actually don't.
Okay.
Because the general premise, what happened in this show is kind of updated. Mm-hmm. And the general premise of the new show is takes off in the new show.
Who's the main actor? What's his name?
Kyle MacLachlan.
That's it. I've seen him on. Yeah, I like him.
David Lynch also directed the 1984 version of Dune, which has now been remade into a huge blockbuster by Denis Villeneuve. But David Lynch's version had Sting. And
Yes,
Patrick
that's
Stewart.
what I was going to say. Sting. Yep.
Yeah. David Lynch in Twin Peaks: The Return accomplished just amazing television. There's an entire episode that is transverses time and space. It's hard to describe.
Was it before its time, kind of a thing? I don't know. Before its time, I don't know.
It's outside of its time.
Okay.
Like, I still don't really say that you can understand it. It's like showing a nuclear blast and it goes backwards in time.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of explains like the birth of evil. It ties it together with the birth of nuclear bombs. It's yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it. No, I'm gonna check it out. But again, I've never seen. I know of Twin Peaks. I know exactly. I know the actor. I've never watched it. Okay, that's something I'll have to check out.
So David Lynch, we lost an incredible visionary.
If I could ask, what did he pass from?
He had emphysema.
Okay.
He never quit smoking.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. He.
What was his most recent thing he did? Or has he been sick and he hasn't really done much, or is he?
That's a good question. I don't know that he did anything recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've lost a great person, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Did you ever see Lost Highway?
No.
Starring Bill Pullman and Robert Blake.
Was Bill Pullman the president, or was he in?
From Independence Day.
Yes, and he was also in.
From Jamestown, New York, local guy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is it Denzel, the Equalizer? He was the president. He was an Equalizer.
Okay.
But Jamestown. I haven't been there in ages. But all right. Well, again, our condolences, and he left a legacy of some great filmmaking, and hopefully we'll get people like myself who haven't, been, enjoyed and had the pleasure of enjoying his work to do that. So I'll have to watch it and I'll report back what I think.
I would love if you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And really gave
Start
us,
from episode 1.
Yeah, start with the new stuff because it's
up to date.
Yeah, I don't think
is it on Netflix?
It might be.
Okay.
It's if not, it's on Paramount Plus.
I have that.
Okay.
All right, I'll check it out. No, I will. I'll give you my word to the fans out there. I'll check it out one episode and let you know.
I would love like an honest reaction because it is such a interesting thing to watch that I would like your reaction.
Well, and I trust your opinion, and the fact that you're saying that it makes you think you're still thinking about stuff you've seen. It always creeps back. That's important, and I like that kind of stuff. Yeah. So,
and odd humor. Mm-hmm. You like odd humor?
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is up your alley.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of odd humor, our dear friend Ivan the Impaler.
Oh, there he is.
Scotty, you got any Ivan the Impaler stories you want to share?
A lot. I do remember once, this is just a personal one, but when I first met Ivan, I remember meeting him, and it didn't know him really well. This is back to New Millennium Wrestling back in 2000, and he came around. He was from doing the Buffalo stuff, the Buffalo wrestling, and he was on a TV show, or not show. He was on a sports show, what was that?
He was on the Empire Sports
Yeah,
Network.
Empire Star Network, where he had his own segment for wrestling. So the promoter at the time, Ivan had reached out, so we brought him in. He was doing some stuff with us. But I remember he showed up to a show with this woman, this blonde woman, and she was quite endowed. And I used to always joke with him and call her the blonde bombshell. And so I'd always see him, and I didn't really know him that good, but I would always open up my conversation, like, "Hey, where's the blonde bombshell?" So it became a running joke with us. But she had a great, set of brains. We used to joke with her all the time. But yeah, so that's really not Ivan, but I just remember Ivan bringing this voluptuous blonde to the wrestling show. She stood out like a sore thumb because she just didn't look like she belonged there, and mysterious, and I never saw her again, but I just remembered her, calling her always the blonde bombshell. So Ivan always used to get a kick out of it when I would always see him. And then we became, obviously great friends, but this has been the beginning when I didn't really know him much, and I didn't really know as much. So I was like, "Hey, where's the blonde bombshell?" So.
Yeah. And you literally kept that joke
I did really keep it running for
18 years.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. The blonde bombshell. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Great times.
Yeah, so we miss him, and so Ivan the Impaler.
If he was a filmmaker, he'd be a David Lynch.
Absolutely, he would.
Except everything would probably be out of focus. But enough about Ivan. Scotty, what do you got looking forward to this week besides the inauguration? Because let's not talk about that.
Looking forward to some football. We're in the football season here, and looking to see what the Bills can do. I know this is taped prior to the game tonight.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to some football to see. It's a good. We're getting down to the good games.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see we here in Western New York, we've got the Bills to root for.
Yes,
since both our teams are long
eliminated.
gone.
Yep.
And so next week we'll be back with more. DIScontent is our content, which is the name of the show. We should mention that once in a while. For those listening at home on your favorite podcast platform, see you next time. Scotty.
And don't forget, if you want to leave us a voicemail, air grievances, text, and just want to know my favorite color, 585-431-6739. That's how you reach us. And we always love hearing from our fans.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Oh! I'm proud to be an American.
Lee Greenwood. Can't wait to see Lee. I love
Scotty
Lee.
Bender's favorite color is blue. Oh, show's over.
I feel like
See ya.
I'm in jail.